Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Gary's Musings Freaky Friday. It's 12 noon here on the East Coast, and whatever going west. So, happy Friday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Everybody's getting ready for the weekend. Ah, echo, 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 echo. Yeah, hope everybody's doing fine today. Having a great day. So far, so good. So far, so good today. A lot of things. I'm going to talk about some weird stuff today, being it's Freaky Friday. And I want to put all the young children to the side where they can't hear because some things might be a little bit delicate on the little ears. Covering some sketchy subjects. Get my pouch on the right side of my mouth here. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, how many? Oh, like I said, it's Freaky Friday. Anything can go. So we'll know what we're going to talk about when we get there. I'm going to play it off the top of my head. First thing I want to say, and we're here all on social media, and we have to beware. I'm doing good, Lynn. Doing very good. We're here on social media, and a lot of us we get alter egos. We become a person that we would not normally be. That includes me. Includes me. We get in our own little online world and we change. Some of us become a lot better. Some of us become bitter. Some of us get egotistical. But all of us become something, especially if we use another alternative or an what I call alter ego, trying to be something that we're not. And that's the trap we fall into. We get so involved in this online world, we spend so much time in it, we start becoming that alternative ego. It's a danger. It's a danger to all of us, psychologically, physically, mentally, everything. Just it can bring us down. It gets pick some people up. But what we have to do, we have to look at ourselves very closely and start from the inside out and say to ourselves, self, is this what you want for yourself? Is this what you want to be? Is this really what you want to be? Basically, what I try to do is preach the word of freedom, preach the word of God, or teach, not preach, but teach, and try not to change myself and get into other mindsets that would distract me, make me evil, make me like picky in the brain and want to take over the world. I don't want to take over the world. I just want to straighten up the wrongs that are going on now. So until we get inside ourselves and figure ourselves out, we should leave the rest of the world alone. Leave it to its havoc. We got enough havoc as it is without creating another monster ourselves, in ourselves. And a lot of people have become monsters, total monsters. Eat up with themselves, with their ego, and the trips they're on, trying to dissuade people and infect people's minds. We can't have that. We can't have that. And it's a very easy thing to fall into, very easy, without really realizing it until it's too late. That's the sad part. We don't see it coming. We just fall into it and keep on going. I get stuck in a mud rut or sand. sit there and spin over and over and over, over and over and over. But earlier, I was watching the Tim Pool Timcast, and he had a drag queen there, and the gay that I guess was a drag queen. They were talking about things going on in the drag world. And the problem is, they don't see it as weird. They do not see it as being weird like most general people do. And they're entitled to dress however they want, whatever they want to do, without, and leaving our kids out of it. And they go into the subject of what is a child? Is a 20-year-old a child? Well, technically, yes. According to law, you cannot drink liquor until you're 21. You can't vote in most states until you're 21. Most legal activity starts when you're 21. And that should be the same thing here. They can have their shows in their lounges or whatever they want. And if you have to be 21 to drink, that should be the limit of the person going in there. 21, not children. They're entitled to do what they want because they're over 21. That's the way it should be. But they want to bend and mold things to their liking. One person says they're queer, the next person says they're not queer. They can't make up their mind. And there's more than two genders according to them. And whatever binary is, and non-binary, and gender fluid. And what is gender fluid? Is that the fluid before or after? Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. It's mind-blowing what they come up with to define gender activity between two genders and how many ways they can spread that mayonnaise. It boggles my mind to the extent they go to. And they say these books pertaining pornography, showing acts of sex, what have you, in the school libraries should be there. Well, common sense will tell you no, it shouldn't be there. Public library, maybe. Maybe they should restrict the same 21 years old, keep it out of reach of children. Now, if the parents want to go get a book and teach their children, that's their morals. That's their prerogative. But for the schools to teach as they want required LGBTQ plus thousands, whatever, no, that should be taught at home by the parents, however their morals might swing. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. That's their freedom. As far as putting it in a school library, should be verboten. Should be not even questionable, not even happening. And what gets me, they think it is so normal. So normal, I guess, because I'm growing my hair long and my beard long, I can put on a dress and I can say I'm a female. Everybody looking could see, can't see my Adam's apple, so, who knows? I took a lot of hormones to say, well, I decide I'm this or that is pure nonsense. It's pure insanity. To want your privates cut off or whatever, to become something that you're not, that you'll never be, no matter how many surgeries you have, you're still going to be what you were to begin with. You may look different, may be a freak of nature. I just wonder how these people look at themselves and see themselves and how they see it so different than we do. you know. But goes to the what's normal. Well, normal is in the person's mind, so if they're crazy or whatever, it's going to be normal to them. Even if they're not crazy, it's going to be normal to them. I don't know. It's not me to judge, to guess. But why push an agenda to make everybody feel the same way about the same situation? It'll never happen. It'll be just a constant conflict, a constant divide. And that's what they want. They want to divide us. They want to keep us divided and, let it go on. Let them do their things. Let them correct our children. Let them make our children think they can be anything. You have enough problems in life without bringing all these other 1,000 things in on top of them. And they wonder why, once these poor people go through the transition, sex change and everything, it's done. And statistics will show that the suicide rate and the depression and everything that goes along with it is so much more afterwards than it was any other time before if they just dressed like it. And once they do the deed, it's done. They're stuck with it. And if it don't suit them, they're in big trouble. And they don't tell these people that. They don't counsel them in it. They just, whack them all. Whack it off. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Mark that one off. They're gone. Soothe the masses. And we got to quit soothing the masses. We got to get tough, get strong, and just say no. We're not going to put up with it. We can't put up with it. I mean, somebody telling me they went to Spectrum the other day. Half the employees were in drag. Sad. Sad. We went to work years ago in drag. Oh boy, more power to us. You're lucky we walk out of the place that day. In my 73 years, I've seen a lot of things. It used to be that the drag shows, guys would make fun and put coconuts on their breasts and wear a hula skirt, put a wig on and dance around and be crazy, but not want to live that way. Not want to act that way forever. And my goodness, some of these guys that must think women are really ugly because they do not make a good looking woman. Can't even come close. They don't even make a good looking man. That's the problem. That's the problem. They're lost in the middle. They don't know what to do. And I'm sure there's cases that feel that they're born a man inside a woman's body or a woman born inside a man's body. Guess on.
I got it from Dan. Look.
Quietly, please. Girls went to a yard sale.
I got you this.
Oh, ain't that cute?
It's Prince.
That's my dog. That's my border collie. Thank you.
I don't know where to put it. I think I'm going to put it on the shelf out there.
Yeah, let's put it on the shelf out there where I can look at it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Glad to see you. Oh, you got to see Baby Legend? Personally or online? But they went on and on and on about how we should change the laws. Where they teach in schools the LGBTQ online. Very good. Way of life and put it in our schools as instruction. But what ages? They want it for all ages, not just. I think middle school is even too young. High school is questionable. I say like everything else should be 21.
Cool.
Should be 21. What say you? What say you out there? They can give all kinds of examples. They were given Netherlands as an example. I thought, well, Netherlands, isn't that where this all, a lot of this started? A Dutch boy putting his thumb in a dike. A little Dutch boy haircut that looked like a girl wearing those wood clogs. We're still wearing those, aren't we? Yeah. Yep, but they're plastic. Netherlands can do what they want to do. Leave Netherlands alone. They're not United States. They're not us. They're used to making boys look like girls. All the way through history, they've done it. That's not a good example. I mean, on and on and on, grooming our children. They're thinking it's not that it's okay. If it feels good, do it. There's a lot of things that feel good that I don't do. A lot of things you don't do. Some good things might feel good, but they hurt you. Playing with snakes feels good sometimes. But if they're poisonous, guess what? You're going to bite you. Playing with spiders feels good running around your hand. And they can bite you too. How about that cute lion? Feel good playing with that lion until he takes a big old chunk out of you. Yeah. We got to use our noodle. Got to use our brain, our common sense, If it feels weird, it must be weird. If you think that people don't like it, there must be some reason why they don't like it. Don't keep trying to force your fetish down our throat. We don't want it, we won't never want it. Keep it to yourself. And parents, if you want to teach your children that sloppy stuff, be my guest. You have to answer to one person. You have to answer to one person. Not to me, not to the government. One person. The man that created you. Sorry about the noise here. I got the granddaughter, daughter, friend.
All of the above.
All of the above here. So, but this is very important, folks. I mean, we can't just let it go under the bridge, and say it's water under the bridge. They're building a dam, catch that water and flood us all out. You got a plan in all this. It may not be for that agenda. It may be for another type of agenda, but they can slip it in on the tails of it. Slip it in, slide it in. And that's how they do it. Distraction. You just distracted on one thing, we won't see something else come up behind it and nip us in the butt. That's the way they do it. We gotta beware. Please, fella.
I'm not even loud.
It's making noise on my mic. She decides to rearrange.
It's because I got a storage box.
do it later, please. Thank you. This is what we're up against, everybody. We don't see half of it coming because we're being easily distracted, swayed to look the other way. And they're sneaking all this crap in on us. And we just let it go. I think, well, this is more important, but it's not. Some of the side stuff is covered up, made to look like it's nothing, but it's big stuff. And this is the way they do it. It's the way the World Economic Forum has it planned, the WHO, all of them. Let's get them divided, get them distracted. You'll never see it coming. But it's coming. It's coming, big time. And we've got to beware. Once we start being happy and gay and living free and fancy, high on the hog, who cares? Who cares what goes on? Yeah, well, let them do it. We're all gay and happy. We're sweet and free. Foot loose and fancy free. And that's how they get us. They blindside us. They blindside us. Basically, once they're done with them, they'll spit them up, chew them up, and spit them out. Same way they do everything. They do the media the same way, as we talked about the other day. Once they're done with their agenda, it's history. Don't matter. And the one sure thing is taking down all the civilizations that's been before us has been this fluid sexuality. That's what's got us in every civilization that's went down in history, which is why they want to do away with history. We don't know what happened back then. We won't see it coming now. If we don't know about it, who cares? They'll change history. They won't teach us the right history. They'll change it, reword it, make it look like the Pilgrims were bad. They were cruel to those poor Indians, and they didn't have the right to have a Thanksgiving because of all the ill deeds they did to those poor Indians, and vice versa. Make it look like we're all bad. We're bad people. We stomped on indigenous tribes, yet they had just as much of the slaughter as we did. Both sides were wrong, as we've seen today over with Russia and Ukraine. One's just as guilty as the other, but in this world, we have to take sides. We'd say, oh, one's right, one's wrong. No, they're both wrong. And we should stay as far away from them as we can get. Pray for them, but leave them alone. Let them settle their differences. We are not the world police. We shouldn't be the world police. We should try to negotiate, but stay the heck out of it as far as helping one side or the other. Yep, that's for sure. How you doing, Nobby? Everybody's protesting this, protesting that. But nothing's getting done because we're too busy interfering. We're too busy trying to fight it from the sidelines. We're the coaches, we're on our sofas telling them what to do and how to do it. and give them the means to keep it going instead of cutting them off and let them drain their own resources. Drain their resources, somebody will win one way or another. And right now, I don't see the difference between either one of them. So either one of them wouldn't matter either way. Both are insignificant in most ways. And both of them have their biologic weapons and stuff that they say that they're trying to counteract. And oh boy, yeah. Let's bring all this into it. Keep it going. This is the way they stir us up. This is the way they keep us on our edge. This is the way they keep us distracted. And using these organizations as fill in to take our minds off of what's actually going on, what actually counts, what actually means something. And we are easily sidetracked. Throughout history, easily sidetracked. We'll give them this and we'll take that. We'll make this look good, but we know it's bad, But we'll put a little goodies, sweeten the pot up and make them think they're getting something. Hello, Malcolm, Tanya, how you all doing? I hope you're feeling better. Saying my prayers. Hope all's going well. There's things, we could beat the dead horse and go on and on and on and on, all the things that they're doing to us, how they're using mind control. And yes, they're using mind control to keep us in line, keep us checked, keep us divided. But like I said, we have to look from the inside out. Start with ourselves. Be true to ourselves. And then let everybody see that we're true to ourselves and doing the right thing and talking the right thing. And hopefully it'll help. And above all, unite in our effort. Unite. It's not looking good. I hate to say it, it's not looking good at all. We are fooling ourselves. Big time. If we think we can let things slide and not do anything, just watch and just talk and not do anything, and they'll correct it themselves, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen at all. When you talk a big game, until we all band together, show force in our voices, loudly, in a flood of people, nothing's going to change. It's going to be status quo. We'll have drag shows with kids. We'll have LGBTQ out on the street with naked people dancing around, not getting arrested. But I guarantee you, if I got out here on my bicycle naked, riding down the street protesting, for nudity, I would be arrested as quick as they could get here and thrown under the jail. Why can they get away with it? There's a picture online. One dude naked as a jaybird with a rainbow across his head. That was all he had on, in front of a Burger King. And who frequents Burger Kings? Well, children. Our children see it. Now, the kids ain't there. They don't allow the kids out there. Yeah, these businesses have kids inside of them. Kids walking down the street, and they will see it. And crazy parents take their kids to see it. Think they got to see it somehow. They're going to see it someday. That's no answer. That is no answer. If they see it unintentionally, you explain to them, yes, you might see things like that. You learn, teach them to turn their head, teach them not to think about it, but to intentionally take them out there to view it, shame on them. Shame on them. Yep. This foster program is pathetic. It's a breeding ground. It's a pure groomer situation. And when you go against them like we're talking now, they ain't going to let you keep your kids. You say you're not good for them. You don't let them learn an education. You don't let them learn the difference. We have to teach our kids the difference. That there's not all these different gender bender styles and forms and binary and non-binary and mind blowing. You have to go take a 4-year education just to learn the genders and what they do. It takes a lot. You have to get probably a law degree to figure out, whether this is, well, no, it's all legal, so you don't need a law degree, but generally you have to have a degree in it to know what's going on. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Wonder how many genders of bees there are. Wonder how many genders of bears, lions. Lions, one gender, huh? So that's a male. Cats. Just make it plural. Male, female. Every now and then there's a deformity, that it might not be no gender at all, or it might be two genders that's all together, but that's a rarity. That's a rarity. I can see that. But how do you decide whether you're a binary or what? I don't know what binary is. Oh, my head's breaking. Binary is, help me out here. I don't know. What's a binary? That's a number. What is it? I don't know. Did I know? I doubt it. I really doubt it. You're right. I don't wear shorts. I'm all knobby. Oh, is that how you got the name Knobby? I'm going to say my knobby knees would get me arrested. Oh, my goodness. Duh. This is a shame. You're right. You're right, Knobby. And this is a crying shame. You can't take your kids to the library because they put the books out there in front that they want you to read, and it's all garbage. It's all garbage. They need to read. They need to read, but they put things like pornography for LGBTQ and all this smut up in front, plus the other fictionary stuff, anime. And I'm not saying anything wrong with anime or anything like that. It's just all the stuff that's fictional, not true, is pushed. The educational stuff, the true stuff, is buried. So they're useless unless you just have your kid, or your kid wants to find something in particular, which is rarely. Kid ain't gonna go look to be educated. You got to help them out there. You got to suggest some things and bring it to them or what have you. We used to always have at least a couple of days a week where we all read together, at least 2 days a week, mostly every day. A lot of time was with scriptures in the Bible. You know, you learn a lot reading the scriptures. Learn a lot. You can read the dictionary. You can read the telephone book. I put the closed caption on the TV so the kids can learn to read from that and turn the volume down. Good way to teach speed reading. If you can watch TV. The smut that's on in anymore ain't worth watching either. Yes, I have, Nobby. Yes, I have. There's so much information out there that we can find. All the countries in the world are up against the same thing. I mean, it's not just the US of A. The whole blooming world has gone crazy. We've gone off the rail. We've gone slap raised lunatic. If George Washington come back today, he'd probably say, "Turn around and take me home." It's sad. This is what they've done with what we give our lives for, sacrificed for, built, and this is what they've done with it. Think about it. Somebody come back and had a hand in the forming this country the way it was. It's all the way it is now. What would they think? How would they react? They'd probably start another war again. Try to straighten it back out. No, we think they're going to straighten it out themselves. They're going to do it for us. They won't let this happen to us. We can't. That's impossible. They never do that to us. We trust them so much that they'll do the right thing for us, that they'll see the light, and they'll do the right thing eventually. Yeah, I got 100 acres of swampland to sell you. You can probably make money off of it. I had a chance to buy 100 acres of swampland for $100 an acre. I let my ex-wife talk me out of it. What do you want that for? Ain't nothing. Well, less than 10 years later, it was sold for $3,000 an acre, which now would probably be $30,000 an acre, because Interstate 75 went right slap over every bit of it. That's how my life goes. A little bit too short. Don't always something happens afterwards. This is the way we should be everywhere. We should not allow this concocted food to be put on the market, period. I mean, everything they touch and make is a hazard to our body. If they're gonna put something on the market, they need to make sure it's tried and true, not to have any ill effects. But everything they put on there for us to eat has ill effects in one way or another. But that's the plan, to kill half of us off by 2050. And they're doing a good job. You know, up to the last 3 years, I never had a problem in my life, physically. And my echocardiogram the other day was perfect up to one point. One of the valves doesn't seal as good as it should, but it's the common thing that happens. It closes enough to keep the pressure right and everything. That was the only thing they could find, but I'm lucky. But none of this stuff, my high blood pressure, COPD that I have, nothing affected me until up to 3 years ago. And I got around, they say that you can get the effects from the Kool-Aid from if you've been in close proximity to people. And I was every day, day in and day out, close by, and I'm pure blood. So I get the same thing that other people are getting. Makes you wonder, right? Makes you wonder. Yeah, it used to be that Russia was, we were against Russia because of propaganda, and now we are all, especially here in the U.S. of A., we're all propaganda. Everything we hear is propaganda. Very little of it is true. Very little, almost non-existent, of anything being true in what they report. And they jump in, they report things without checking it out, making sure it's right. So we don't know if it's real or what. The cures they have for the illnesses that are bound now, they're cured for everything. They don't make money. Cures don't make money. That decreases the needs for the drugs that they're feeding us, for the plan they have to exterminate half of us. They're not going to get rid of it. They're not going to get rid of it. Hey, how you doing, Freedom Misfits? You're Double D. Good to have you. Howdy, howdy. Love you too. Yeah, we're being bamboozled left and right, and we're taking a hook, line, and sinker, just like a bass being caught. We just boom, got it. All for anything. No questioning. No what ifs. Nothing. Nothing. We just swallow it, and we keep on going. Nobody cares. Nobody even come close to caring. I mean, there's a lot of people out there. A lot of people talking. A lot of people. If we band together and unite, we could be one big mighty factor. But when are we going to start? And we got 5 people in here. Jim Poole had 6,000 people watching 2 queers talk about drag queens and LGBTQ and passing laws to let them do what they want to do and put it in schools and teach our kids what it's supposed to be like. And ain't no wonder our kids are screwed up. I'm screwed up just thinking about it. And it makes me madder than heck that we have to discuss even partially about this stuff. This is stuff that left behind doors, back in the old day. You didn't talk about it. If you went to a burlesque or a drag show, you didn't talk about it. And it was fun. It's weird. It's fun. But to make it a way of life, give me a break. Give me a break and say it's not weird for a man with a full beard to go down the street with a dress on and a size 14 high heel Come on. Pure sickness, illness. Can't call by any other name. I mean, this is my opinion. You have your own. This is my opinion. I don't care that they about them doing it, but don't push it down my throat. Don't expect me to tolerate it. Don't expect me not to talk about it. Don't expect me to do what you say. Because my opinion, you're absolutely, totally bonkers. Nuts. Off the rail. Mentally ill, Nobby. Exactly. Come on. And it really burns me up that they don't see it. They don't even see it. Is their mind so degenerated that they just can't think for themselves anymore? Has it affected them? I played softball when I was a kid, and I did it because for looks. I did it because I didn't want to be made ashamed of. It made me shameful. Duh. Why would you be ashamed? What would make you be ashamed of your lifestyle? Anybody got an answer? Is there any reason for them to be ashamed of their lifestyle? Yeah, unfortunately, for your misfits, that's the way our kids are being taught now. They are taught to go against us as parents. They're taught to deceive us, keep things from us, not tell us what's going on. The wickedness of the world is just feeding off of them, just tearing us apart, family by family. And it's everywhere. It's rampant. I mean, I just have no words. I've been through it. I've seen it, lived it. Thank goodness not the extent you have. And you're in my prayers and thoughts every day. It just, I can't describe it. I mean, it's undescribable. Everybody say a prayer for Double D. Say a prayer. Pray hard. She can conquer the problem. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of praying. And the heck of it is, the government will help the kids. They'll help the kids destroy you. And they do help the kids destroy you. That's okay. That's okay. I understand. I understand you're going through a heck of a lot. And I was only going through like a third of it, but I know how I felt. You know, it's it's terrible. And like I said, the government pushes it. They push it. They put us in that situation. And then they try to bring these counselors in 24/7, in and out of your house like it's a train station. They expect you to deal with it every time they come and not tell them no. You tell them no, oh well, that'll hurt you. You know, you won't be able to do this or that or the other. Yeah, if you don't comply with this, we'll have to do this and that, and drives you insane. And that's what the devil wants to do. It's drive you so batty to just give up. and give in to him in his ways. And that's the number one way he can do it is through our children. If he can get to us through our children, that's what he's going to do 10 out of 10 times. Sad, sad, sad. That's why they know if they get our children, they've got us. That's why all these things are aimed at children. The beer, the drag queens, the LGBT, even they can't say it right. I was watching these idiots earlier and they couldn't even get it out right. Like I say, it takes more than a Harvard lawyer to remember all the ways they've got to mess up your sex. Can't leave it simple too. I mean, you gotta have a much bigger choice. You can't let them win, Angela. You can't let them win. You can't. You cannot let them win. Do not make them think they've won. You have to be strong enough and fight them. Let them know this crap ain't gonna happen. This crap ain't gonna happen. It's gonna take hard love, a lot of hard love. We've all got to do it. Yeah, I know everything with malice. Exactly. I've had stepchildren that did that to me. They tried the same way, with stories and lies, and it's it happens to a lot of us. You cannot, in any way or any means, let them think that they've won anything. Period. You have to be tough enough with yourself and stand strong, and not see them see victory in anything. Nothing. Beat them at their own game. Don't be hateful. And don't be cruel. Do it with love. Like I said, hard love, but do it with love. And with the Lord's help, you can get through it. Believe me, you can get through it. I think back to some of the things I've had to deal with. Oh, make your mind boggle. Make your mind just do flip flops. And everybody's with you praying for you. Everybody. Believe me. Uh-oh. Yeah, they it's still go figure, Nobby. They try to make it look normal. They try to look like it make it look every day, but they still use it to or use against people and harass people. So there must be shame in it somewhere. I mean, if it's normal, why should they worry about a photo being taken of them in an orgy? Just keep that in mind, they just don't give up. They see you giving up, they've won. They've won. Don't let them win. Don't let Satan win. That's what it is. Satan, the devil. Don't let him win. Period. Period. Malcolm, I don't know. I saw a little bit of that about the SAG, the street the Screen Actors Guild. That's a union. That's a union of the actors and actresses, and they run Hollywood. I guess they want the reality shows done away with, which would be good, but they want crappier TV comedies. So it's a lose-lose situation either way. Either way, they need to do away with Hollywood, period. They put out smut and garbage and help the factions that are to be now, like the gays, like the drags, like everything else. They follow what they think is norm at the time. Yeah, I don't pay much attention to them anymore. Don't pay much attention to it. Thank goodness there's a few good people out there starting good series, good movies. And we got to have good movies without bending the truth. And that's hard to do, in this world, is have a good movie with all the garbage that's going on in the world. I mean, yeah, it's unreal. Unreal. It's right now we're in a no-win situation in movies and what have you. There are good ones out there. And the good ones that are out there now, they should be free so everybody can watch them. That's the problem. But they can't be free because they have to pay for the cost of producing it. But they need to get it out on a broader, pay-per-view or whatever online or what have you. Get it out to a broader audience. Get it known out there what's going on. And I'm sure they could do it that way. A lot of fighting against it. That's the problem we face. How to get the message out there, how to get it without being banned, taken down, you name it. There's a new app that come up. I'm gonna be checking it out. Let me find it here. Freedom Square. Freedom Square. They're going to have everything. Everything is a conservative platform. It looks good. They got a lot of big names like Epic Times and a lot of big names on there already. If you're a business, it'll cost you, but as an individual, from what I've seen, it doesn't cost you. So go on your app store and download Freedom Square. Check it out. Let's see if it might be an alternative to this what we're on. I'm not sure, but whatever we do, we got to do it in masses. We got to do it in big numbers. But from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what I've heard from people that used it, have you? Pretty good platform. A lot better than a lot of the rest. But keep that in mind. Download it, check it out, see if we can use it, see if it's plausible for us. A lot of these places have one thing that's good and a lot of things that aren't. But
ew, they peed in me.
So far, I've seen. Watch it. So far, all I've seen good. So maybe we have another way to go. Another avenue. Easy to get on. The pages change quickly when you click on it. What have you? Not hard to sign on. like Rumble. You just got to figure out, how you live stream and everything from it. Folks, the weekend's here. I'm going to go enjoy it with my daughter and granddaughter and friends. You all have a great weekend. Good talking to everybody. Hope we got a little bit of advice out there. Hopefully something made sense. Sometimes I don't make sense. I ramble. But all this is important. All this stuff going on is important with our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our future. Hey, Wendy. How you doing? I'm just getting ready to sign off here. But hopefully there's enough information in there that we can go out and we can rumble. Have something to talk about. Have something to chew over. Let people know. Just sneak it in the back door, riding this one horse and dropping something off in the corner, that we don't see. It's all a distraction. I mean, this stuff means basically very little. It's degenerate. It's obscene. It's weird. But it's a decoy. It's a decoy. Thank you, Wendy. Hope you're enjoying yours. I hope you're not working too hard out there in the hot sun. I keep getting distracted here, so better a little bit and get something out of it than a lot and not get anything out of it. So, till the next time, I'm going to let everybody go. Y'all think about it. Pray about it. Pray for Double D. Pray for Malcolm and Tanya. Pray for everybody in need. We all need prayers, each and every one of us. And we won't make it. We won't make it at all. And that's the only thing that keeps us going is the prayers in our lives. Getting God on our side and helping us out. Like I always say, you put on that full armor of God, we better use it. Don't let it get rusty just wearing it. We got to use it. That's what it means. Not just put it on, but use it. So let's get her done. Let's get her done. We can do it. I guarantee we can do it if we just set our minds to it and just unite and quit squabbling about whose movement's bigger than the other movement or who's better than the other movement. Just join together as one big happy family and forget the movement. Let's move on in the right direction. That's what counts. The right direction. United together. Otherwise, the United States of America means nothing. The united world means nothing. Nothing. We can't get it to that point. It's useless. Just an idea. Just something, not meaningful. But think about it. Think about what you can do as an individual. Think about what you can do to get things going, get things started. And push forward every day. Always push forward. Don't back up. Don't step back. Just keep going forward, one foot at a time. And we can get her done. Well, till next time, I'm on here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, mostly for sure, at noon. Tell everybody, come see me. Let's talk about it. Come on, let's talk about it. Everybody put their links up. Let's get our stuff out there. Let's get it noticed. We need 5,000-6,000 people on each one of our pages seeing this stuff. So share it out, like it. Even if you don't like it, share it. If you don't like it, just share it. Whoever it is, share it. Not just mine, everybody's. Share it out there. Let's get it done. We sit back with our hands underneath our seat, we ain't gonna get it done. Sit back and twiddle our thumbs or whatever. So please, I beg, please, let's work on this. So our kids and grandkids and great-grandkids will have a brighter, much better future. Till next time, see you later. Bye now.